Hey guys, we're down in the basement and this is where I make my soap and where I make my fire starters. It's a lot less mess upstairs, but you know, when I first started making soap, I really looked into it, and you should too. You know, you can take what I say to heart because, you know, I've learned a lot about this just from making soap, but you need to cover your skin when you're doing this because this stuff right here can burn your skin. And this is the lye. I got this offline and it's food grade lye. It was only $12. It wasn't very expensive at all. But anyway, you need to first mix 2 ounces of this lye with 5 ounces of water. And what I got here is, you're going to say, what kind of water is that? Well, I infused this water, I simmered it and poured it over rose petals. And then you kind of get like the smell of the roses in it. And I have well water, so I know that there's nothing in my water like fluoride or chlorine or anything like that. But if you live in a city and you have city water, you should buy distilled water because it can interact with your lye here. So I'm going to suit up, and what you're going to need is a mask, gloves, and you should have glasses on. And when you first mix this is what I want you to remember. You never put water into lye. You put lye into water. And how you could remember that is, picture it snowing. And you say, oh, the snow's floating down into a pond. And that's what the lye looks like when you're sprinkling it into water because it's white. So just kind of remember that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour the water into this bowl. Now this bowl is, I think it's like a Pyrex. So you want a bowl that can withstand heat because this gets to be about 140 degrees when you mix the lye into the water. And I don't really like the thought of using plastic because chemicals are coming out of that plastic and then you're going to have that in your soap. That's my opinion. So I like glass for no matter what I'm doing. So we are going to mix this. Now, 2 ounces of lye is 4 tablespoons, which is a 1/4 cup. Okay, so we are going to mix this. Never use aluminum when you're doing this. Always stainless steel. Okay, so we're going to just slowly, you're going to see the color of this water changes. It gets like this crazy dark color. Just sprinkle it in there. Mix it around. See, snow going into a pond. See, that's all you got to remember. If you mix it the other way around, you can have just some really dangerous fumes all of a sudden. It's just too quick to pour the water into the lye. So once you can feel when it's all dissolved here. And everything I'm using down here is what I use for soap. I don't cook with any of these things. You know, I keep it down here. I clean it down here. So what you're going to do is I got this little stick thermometer and I just rest it on the bowl here. And you're going to see, watch this go up and look at the temperature. Just keeps going up. It's about 120. So what you want to do is, I heated that coconut oil and I dumped it into this olive oil, which heated it up a little bit. So if I took this thermometer out of here and checked the temperature of this oil is at about almost 100 degrees. So you want to let your lye mixture come down to about maybe, you want your temperatures of your things to be almost the same temperature when you put it together. The first time I made soap, I didn't even know that, and it came out fine. But it mixes a little bit better if these are kind of the same temperature, around 100 degrees. So we're going to let this come down, and then I'll show you how to mix it. So I got this vinegar here, and vinegar, if you splash this on your skin, you put vinegar on it and it will stop it from burning your skin. So I suggest that you just keep a little bit of this by you, you know, just in case. So we're going to mix this. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your oil, which I have about 4 ounces of coconut oil and 11 ounces of olive oil, which is 15 ounces of oil. And I'm excited to try my other soap because the first batch I'm using right now is all olive oil, and I just really love it. But they say if you put coconut oil in your soap, you get more of a lather. So I'm kind of excited to see how that works. And my next batch of soap is some coffee soap. That's going to be ready. And I'm really looking forward to that because I have the grounds right in the bar for an exfoliant. And all you do when you make coffee soap is you replace the water with like strong coffee. So that's kind of cool, huh? So okay, we are going to mix this, and it's called, you mix this till it comes to a trace. And a trace means that when you move this mixer, it leaves a mark. Okay? We're going to start pulsing this, just real small pulses. As you can see, the color is changing. And don't lift this out of here because it'll spray everywhere. So once you get it kind of mixed together, just like hold this down. Move it around. Do it again. It's totally tracing. Whoa, as I'm going to spray myself here. But if you take a spatula and just go like this, see how you're leaving a mark? That means it's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some of these dried rose petals in here. Just a handful. I never measure them. And just buzz it up a little bit, just to incorporate them. And I really do hate, this is still toxic. This will burn your skin. You know, once your soap is through curing, the lye goes away. It's just like the weirdest thing. I just think it's so cool. But I'll show you now. We got our mold here. And this is just a silicone mold. And what you do is you pick it up and you dump it in here. It's just like you're cooking. That's why I like doing it so much. You know, it's almost like I'm making cupcakes or something. But it's soap. And what I'm going to do is decorate these. I have some rose petals here. So what I'm going to do is just stick some in here. I got like this whole rose. You know, if you can't find, you know, I had a bunch of dried roses, but I actually called my local florist, and she's going to save the roses that they were going to throw away for me. And I was like, thank you so much. That's awesome. Because then you can just like make tons of rose soap. And if you call your local florist, they probably do the same thing because they throw a lot of them away. A lot of them dry their own flowers too, but check out how cool that looks with just a dried rose in there. Isn't that neat? So now what you're going to do with this is I use a pan, and you're going to put it on a pan like this, and you are going to wrap this up. You can use a fleece blanket again, you know, like you used on your yogurt, but you wrap this up and you put it in a warm place. Now I have in-floor heat in my basement, so it really likes that because, you know, when the furnace comes on, it keeps it nice and warm. But you wrap it up and you leave it for 24 hours, okay? And after 24 hours, this is what you have. And is this awesome or what? Check it out. Look at how beautiful. That's your soap. And it's not cured yet. You have to let this cure for about 6 weeks before you can use it. And look at how easy it just pops right out of these molds. Look at how beautiful. God. And what I'm going to do is just sprinkle a little bit of these petals on the top. This just makes such a beautiful gift, like for Christmas, or, you know, just even if you're going to someone's house for dinner and you bring them a little basket of homemade soap. Oh my gosh, it's just like so awesome. So you're just going to let that sit now. I do need to do some quality control, you know, product control. So I might have to go do that. So I'll probably see you in about 5 minutes. I just called to say I love this soap. I just called to show you how clean I am. What?
Hey Laura, what are you doing in the shower again?
Oh, just quality control, honey. If you think you can buy a better soap that's going to make you feel any better than the Yooper Goddess soap, well, it's a big double doubt.